What are the most important skills or qualities you've developed throughout your whole journey, according to you?
Most important skill, I think it's nothing technical, I would say, but it's about being disciplined.
So, sir, how old were your kids when you quit your job, and did they feel weird about it that other parents go to
This is
work?
the best question I
Mine
like.
not.
So they were just like your age, when I quit my job. So my elder one, I have two daughters. So my elder one was in eighth or ninth, I think, eighth and ninth, and the younger one was in sixth. So the kind of your age, the elder one at least. Yeah, you are all in eighth standard, I believe. So initially, I mean, more than the kids enjoyed it. Actually, if you ask me, they had someone who can be of help in their homework. And get some stuff done from the market. There's an additional labor force available to them, so to say. So
What's a
I
fun fact about you that many people don't know? Usually they don't.
Fun fact about me which people usually don't know is that I flunked in school. I failed in ninth standard. So, but I think after ninth when I failed, so there was a lot of at home. I got a lot of scolding from my parents. So I think after that it started to turn around, and by the time 10th boards came and then 11th, 12th, and I did fairly well in 12th, and then I got into engineering, and then I was a gold medalist at my engineering. So it's a very sharp turnaround from being a failure to in next 5-6 years to being topping the university. So that is something which probably people don't know that I failed. Yeah.
How do you prioritize your tasks and goals?
Okay, so there are multiple questions in this. Uh, how do I prioritize? Let me answer that first. So, I don't keep a lot of things in my head. I'm getting old. So having too much of things to think about, usually you miss out on certain things. So we use technology for this. So we use a certain app or a tool which can help us, hold all our tasks for the day, whether they are repetitive every day or whether they are going to repeat once in 1 week or 1 month, doesn't matter. And so we basically rely on technology to help us chart out what are the activities to be done today from the morning till the evening. Okay, and those may include professional activities, personal activities, whatever. Okay. So one of the famous scientists, Einstein, if you've heard about, so he used to say, uh, your mind is primarily for applying logic. It's not a data storage thing. So for data storage, you should make use of technology. I mean, today there's so much available. So that was one of your questions. So I totally rely on that technology. Um, so that keeps my mind, free for real thinking, and deep thinking. Otherwise, you'll keep wondering, okay, this is my next task now. So what am I supposed to do after 1 hour? The mind will always go into that direction. So you take off your mind from all such, so to say, distractions, and feed everything into this app or a system or a technology based thing, and then let it remind you. So that's how we basically manage the day. You know what was your first question prior to this? There's another thing you asked. So, what is my routine? Basically, I think that's what you asked. Day-to-day routine. So, I think I don't know whether you're aware or not. So, I quit my corporate job around 10 years back, and then the biggest challenge with people who quit their jobs or business ventures or whatever, the biggest challenge for them is to stay disciplined. Because there is no forceful compulsion of reaching somewhere in time, or delivering a project or things like that, which is a typical thing in a business or in a corporate job. So I had to schedule my day in a way which I like, but I had to be disciplined with that, right? So typically, I don't wake up with an alarm clock. So I, I wake up um, whenever I feel like. So usually it's around 5:36. Whenever my sleep is done, so I wake up. So that's one change I did. I don't need an alarm clock. Then after waking up, my typical routine is to go at my terrace garden. So I have a terrace garden where I have planted a lot of plants, and so I do a lot of gardening there. I do my yoga there. So I spend around 1 to 1.5 hours total in the morning at the terrace. You know, that's very typical. That's all these things have happened after quitting my job, because once you're in a job, then the routine is a bit little different. You're very tied up with a lot of things. So that's my set routine, but I have to make sure I stay disciplined with that. So after that, I typically come back, come downstairs, and have my breakfast and prepare. I mean, get ready for moving out. Moving out means moving out where? So I don't have an office or I don't have a business to go to. So I typically go to a cafe where I sit and think and I write and I respond to emails and I mean I do all the creative stuff there. So which is like typically from 10ish roughly to around 1:30, before lunchtime. So I do all that creative. So that's my working hours, 10 to 1:30. That's for the day. Okay, I don't work post lunch. Today you've forced me to come to a call. So at this time, usually I'm taking a nap at this time, but that's perfectly fine. So then after lunch, I mean I have my lunch with my family, and then after lunch I usually take a nap for a couple of hours, and then in the evenings we usually either go out to the market or wherever else, to shopping or to a movie or whatever I feel like doing. And that's how typically it ends. Before I end the day, I usually have one or two calls with people who are a part of our group or our community, and we look at their issues and try to solve them. So that's typically the day. It's a unstressful day, it's a very relaxed day. The freedom to choose the timing is with me, but I try to maintain as much discipline as possible. So that's basically the answer to your question. Okay, is does that address your question, Mishika?
Yes, absolutely. Now I would
Good.
like to pass it to Dia to ask a
Okay.
question to you.
Yes, Dia.
Hello, I'm Dia. I'm also from Ahmedabad, and like I'm known as the athlete of my group. Like you name the sport, and I play it.
Hmm. Okay, so you play kabaddi?
Yes.
Oh, really? All sports you play, huh? So what do you want to become?
I haven't really decided.
Okay, fine. So, I mean, without knowing much about you, I would say, I mean, keep pursuing whatever you're doing, but at some point, try to go deeper into one sport, any one sport of your liking.
Yeah, but like I love sports, but together with it, I also love studies.
So you are an all-rounder, huh?
Yeah.
So studies are anyway important. See, sports, you must remember that the life of a sports person is, as a sports person, is very limited. So, I mean, they typically retire in their 30s. So after that, what are you going to do? So either you, I mean, if you're really a top class athlete, world class athlete, then of course you can still be associated with that sport in various forms. Like cricketers do commentaries and become coaches and so on. Other sports also similar stuff. But I think it's very important that you continue your academics. There is a book by Saina Nehwal. I don't know whether that's her story. I don't know whether you've read or not. You read that. So she says the importance of academics while you're playing professional sports. You must read that book. So good. Okay, ask your question. I'm trying to interview you here. It's reverse is happening. Okay.
Like, how can children like us start finding their own purpose in life?
You're probably too young to really look for a purpose of life, but then good if you are thinking on those lines. So see, what I have understood, to find a purpose you have to just pursue what you like, even if it is it doesn't gel with your academics, or even if it doesn't gel with money making ability, or even if it doesn't gel with what the society is asking you to do. Now, I'll give you my example. So when I quit my job and took professional writing, of course, not everyone liked it because it was a very well paying job in one of the best companies in the world, and I was being paid very well. But then to quit all that and do something like writing or planting trees, which hardly give you any money in return, unless you become, if in writing, unless you become a really like a Chetan Bhagat or some other top class writer where you get a lot of money. But then if you're a if you're doing writing for your passion like I do, you don't get a lot of money. Okay, so that's not enough to feed your family forever. So but then when you keep doing what you like doing, then that automatically becomes your passion slowly, and you become very good at it because you like it. So you will want to work 18 hours, 20 hours, 24 hours maybe, because you like it so much. And somebody else who is competing with you in the same field, if it's not doing for the passion of it, then it's very difficult for that person to compete with you, because he or she cannot work like 18 hours, 20 hours, because it's a more a profession for them, not a passion for them. For you it's a passion. So keep looking at things which you like and keep doing them as long as you like. Over a period of time, like you're doing a lot of sports and also academics, so it's fine, continue right now. Over After some time, you will see that you like thing number A more than thing number B. Okay, so then you have to push more on A. Okay, like that. So out of 20 things that you're doing, maybe two you're not really enjoying. You're doing it because you're doing it, but you're not really enjoying it. So maybe you have to drop those two after a certain time. So over a period of years, you will start realizing you're shortlisting your paths to very limited paths, and then you're focusing deep into them, and that becomes your passion automatically. And from there originates the purpose of your life. You have to use your passion to define your purpose of life.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's how it works. Okay.
Yeah. I'd like to pass it on to Ananya now.
Hi Ananya, and don't tell me you're also from Gujarat. I mean, Ahmedabad,
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah.
I
So,
am.
sir, why did you shift your fields? Like, they are two completely different fields, and was that change difficult?
Well, first question, why did I change? Because I liked the new field. So if you're doing something in life and if you're not enjoying it, then there's no fun. I mean, that's what I believe. So before I quit my corporate job, I had to make sure that my family is secure in terms of money and financials. So I had to create a plan for that, get to financial freedom for that, and then quit my job. But I wanted to quit because I wasn't really enjoying my corporate job. It was paying well, but that's not fun in life. Yeah, the money is important, definitely. So once you have accumulated fair enough, then you do what you like doing. That was my approach. So that's how I quit it. Was it difficult? Of course, it is very difficult. But only to an outsider like you. I mean, you don't know. So if you are me, then it's not difficult. It's fun, as I said again. So because it's like somebody who loves mountaineering. Is it difficult to climb a mountain? Of course, it is difficult for anyone outside. But for the person who is climbing it, it's fun. So so it depends on the person who is asking that question. So for you, it might seem difficult, not only financially difficult, but also difficult socially, because not everyone accepts the fact that you want to tread a different path. People are expecting you to follow what everyone is doing, what the society is doing. But if you follow a slightly different path, then people get uncomfortable with that. But don't worry about those things in life. Whatever you feel is the right path to follow, you must try and follow that. People will get disappointed, people will try to stop you, but if you can follow, please follow that, because that's what's going to keep you happy. That is what is going to give you the satisfaction that you need in life. Okay, so and you'll become very good at that, because naturally, because you like it. Okay, so that's my answer. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Please ask more questions. We still have time.
Mm,
Only these many.
yes, sir. I have a question.
Yeah.
Now, how do you stay motivated and maintain a positive mindset, especially during those challenging times?
So the simplest answer to this is you have to be in company of people who are positive, be in company of people who are ready to take up any challenge. So how do you stay in company of people who are positive? Either you have your friend circle who are very positive and very energetic and ready to support you. If not, then what else you do? Tell me. What's your guess? If you don't have a friend circle who is, giving you positivity and energy, then what do you do?
If not friends, then family, maybe.
Yeah, let's assume that your family is not supporting you in terms of your passion, and if you don't have enough friends who are positive about your passion, then what do you do? Okay, I'll answer that. So if you don't have friends, if you don't have family supporting you, then your best friends are your books. Okay, so read. There's a lot of books on any topic you choose in the world. There are hundreds and thousands of books. You know that. And if you keep reading those books, basically you are, talking to someone who is a friend, whose thoughts you are, trying to get into yourself. You're brushing your views with the views of that person who has gone through a similar phase in life or a similar passion as you have. So you make books as your best friends, whether it's books or nowadays you have your podcasts or your audiobooks or magazines or blogs or whatever. Okay, so it's very important you subscribe to such blogs or magazines, or you buy such books which really give you the right kind of energy and the right direction based on your interest levels. Friends will come and go. I mean, right now you have Ananya, Dia, all are your friends, but after school you don't know which colleges you will go, which cities you will go, which countries you will go. You have no idea, right? So maybe the friends, you may still be connected, but they can't be there with you every day, right? So who will be there with you every day? Either your parents, and that too also, if you move out of a city, maybe parents are also not there. So who's going to be there? It's those books and those authors and those content that's always going to be there with you, and is always going to give you positivity, right? So make sure you're reading the right stuff. Again, technology is can go the other way also, so make sure you're reading the right kind of stuff. Okay, positive stuff, life elevating stuff, stuff related to your passion, whatever it is today. So read a lot about that. Okay, so you will get the positivity that you need. So I read every day at least 1 hour. Yeah. Okay.
So, like, when should one stop working and follow their own passion?
No, so even in your passion, you have to work. I mean, but yeah, it's just that you're working on a field which you like. Okay, so you never stop working in life. But yeah, I mean, if you're asking me that if you get into a typical corporate job and then but you want to follow something else, then when should you stop working? Then the answer is that you to first make sure you are secure financially. If you have a family that's dependent on you, then you have to make sure you're secure, and then you quit. And for making sure about your financial security, there's a different path for that. You're probably too young for that right now, but that's what you need to make sure before you quit your job. But you never stop working in life. Today if you ask me, I mean, I decide the number of hours, but then I work very deep, I work very hard even today. Okay, but I enjoy what I work on. I mean, that's the biggest difference that you see between what I used to do earlier and what I do now. Because I'm
Yeah,
working on things which I like doing, so it's more fun for me. So I don't feel like I'm working, but I am actually working very hard. But earlier I used to feel the pressure of working,
yeah,
because it was all not in my control. What I have to work on, with what kind of colleagues I have to work on, how many hours I need to work, where do I need to travel. So all these was not in my control. So there used to be a pressure. So
yeah.
now I still work a lot, and I enjoy that. But everything is in my control. With whom I need to work, what work I need to do today. So everything I control. So that gives you a lot of freedom and flexibility and happiness.
Thank you.
Hmm.
So, sir, how old were your kids when you quit your job, and did they feel weird about it that other parents go
Hey,
to
this is
work?
the best
My
question I like.
God.
So they were just like your age, when I quit my job. So my elder one, I have two daughters. So my elder one was in eighth or ninth, I think, eighth and ninth, and the younger one was in sixth. So the kind of your age, the elder one at least. Yeah, you are all in eighth standard, I believe. So initially, I mean, more than the kids enjoyed it. Actually, if you ask me, they they had someone who can be of help in their homework. And get some stuff done from the market. There's an additional labor force available to them, so to say. So I had a lot of fun with kids, and they also enjoyed it. But I mean, my wife was a little um, uncomfortable with the fact that I'm not earning. I'm not earning an active source of income like from a job or anything. So she was a little disturbed with that. But then it took a few months to for her also to get the understanding that financial freedom is an idea where you choose what to work on and money keeps flowing. So finally she also got in grip with that, and nowadays so we have a lot of fun. So my kids are both in colleges now. So me and my wife, we and they are out of Delhi, so out of so they don't stay with us. And that was one of the reasons I wanted financial freedom, because I wanted to spend a lot of time with them while they were in school. After they go out of school, then we don't control where they go, which cities they go, which countries they go. So my elder one, she's in Finland, she's doing her masters. The younger one is in Jamshedpur, XLRI Jamshedpur. She's also starting her masters now. So right now it's me and my wife. We have a lot of fun. We go movies, we do all that stuff. So I think it's been a beautiful life for the last 10 years at least.
Great.
Good. What else? So we have 4 minutes. Yeah.
Important skills. What are the most important skills or qualities you've developed throughout your whole journey, according to you?
Most important skill, I think it's nothing technical, I would say, but it's about being disciplined, being focused, reading a lot, being consistent, being honest. These are the kind of life skills we all need. Um, Technology keeps changing, so if you acquire a certain skill in technical terms, you will have to reacquire it after a few years. But these life skills remain the same. So once you've acquired honesty, it'll serve you for a lifetime. Once you've acquired discipline, it'll serve you for a lifetime. So these are the skills you should be focused on, and these are the kind of books you should be reading, which are related to life skills, self-help kind of books. How to plan your day well, how to not procrastinate, all these kind of things. These simple things, but they serve you for a very, very long time. Okay. But a lot of people are not focused on these things. They are more focused on, okay, they want to learn a programming language, they want to, all that is good, but that those are all temporary. After 5-10 years everything is going to change. So focus on life skills, they're going to serve you forever. That's what I focused on.
So,
Okay.
what's a fun fact about you that many people don't know? Usually they don't.
Fun fact about me which people usually don't know is that I flunked in school. I failed in ninth standard. So, but I think after ninth when I failed, so there was a lot of at home. I got a lot of scolding from my parents. So I think after that it started to turn around, and by the time 10th boards came and then 11th, 12th, and I did fairly well in 12th, and then I got into engineering, and then I was a gold medalist at my engineering. So it's a very sharp turnaround from being a failure to in next 5 6 years to being topping the university. So that is something which probably people don't know that I failed. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're almost up. Any other question? Any last question?
So, sir, what is one secret superpower you wish to have?
Secret superpower? I mean, you're not to die any day. I want this superpower to be alive and be young always. I don't know how to get that. You want to help me?
Being immortal.
Being immortal, correct? No, just fun. So I think it's about enjoying life as long as you have it. Everyone is going to die. We all know that. But enjoy it as much as you can, and for that you need to work. I mean, work is a very important part of your life. So out of 12 to 16 hours you are awake, um, most of the time you're working, whether in your case you're studying, but yeah, otherwise most of the time you're working. So you have to enjoy. So even in your academics, you must make sure you enjoy whatever you're studying. Okay, if you don't like some subjects, you can make fun of those subjects and make sure you enjoy that. Okay. 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 Are we done?
Hmm.
So, I think kids did have a few more questions, two, three more questions, right? But then, sir, if I mean, if it is the time that you had, we'll skip those three questions. The next one, I think it's one question each. You have right, one more question each. Do we skip those, sir?
Yeah, I would suggest so. You can send me over
Yes.
email. I can respond back to them. I have no problem.
Yes, 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 sure. So, kids, how was it? Sir, how was it for you?
Oh, very lovely. When I was talking to them, I was remembering my own children. How they used to ask me a lot of tough questions, and I used to think and respond to them with patience. So I think it's a similar thing. So they're like my kids only. So lovely talking to all three of you, Dia, Ananya, and Mishika. Wonderful questions. And I hope even if you get one message out of this entire conversation, that's more than enough. Okay, you don't have to gather everything. So one that you like the most, just capture that, think about it, try to inculcate that in your life, and that's it. With every book you read, with every session you attend, with everything, just one learning, not more. Okay. So lovely. I enjoyed it.
Wonderful. Kids, there were many, many things that I'm sure you're taking away with the interaction that you've had. But you had to point out the most special thing that you identified or you got to learn. What would that be, Ananya?
Following your passion.
Okay. Mishika?
It would be the same, following your passion, and we got to learn more things, not just of the present, but also of the future.
Right. Okay. And Dia?
Ma'am, it's like if you fail once, you don't have to count it as a setback. You just have to keep moving and try harder next time.
Wow.
And yeah, right. True.
Wonderful to have you all here, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to talk to these wonderful souls. And yeah, any query anybody has, even later on, you can give them my email address. They can write back to me. I'll definitely respond. Okay.
Yes, definitely, definitely. On that note, kids, you can bid bye-bye to sir and then we'll conclude the session. Yeah, please, you find yes, everyone.
It was a fun experience.
Thank you. Same for
Great
me.
one.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you
Yes.
so much. Bye
Thank
bye. Take care, all of you.
Yeah, bye-bye.